Hello folks, my name is Neil and welcome to Fayearth. Fayearth is a indie TTRPG set in an alternate 19th century Earth. I am its designer, creator and the narrator for tonight's game. Our game is set in the year 1872 in the Auvergne region of central France. It's approximately 6 months since the nations of France and Prussia had a war with the Fey nation of Arcadia, which they lost, and both countries are trying to recover from that. Our heroes found themselves in a somewhat random little town where they discovered that there was significant increases in Fey activity in the area. After some investigation and exploration, they learned that a powerful elf living in her family's crystal and diamond palace centered in the Troncais forest, an enchanted forest about 10-15 kilometers north of the town of Cherville, where she was living. She had used her extremely powerful magics to draw Fae to the area. Her reasoning being that she was very unhappy with the recent war, not necessarily because it was a war, but because she felt that humans were not showing the Fae the respect that they once had, and so she's been drawing Fae into this area to try to create not a dominant but a more powerful Fae presence, in the hopes that it will kind of get the humans to cop themselves on and kind of remember their place. So, who would like to give us a recap of our last session?
I'll do it. So last session was a bit of a heist, which started backfiring very, very fast when we realized just how powerful Marianne is.
Melisende.
Sorry. Marianne is the one. Yes, Melisende is. And yeah, we managed to get everybody out. Gwynn managed to, oh no, Justine managed to snap someone, which was absolutely amazing. However, this seemed to stoke up a lot more anger, and effectively we're all running for our lives. Gwynn has decided to double back for some arsony, and Aminata is super protective of their friends and has decided to try and help them in case the bunny boiler from Hal finds them and does something worse.
Lovely. So you get a D8 inspiration die that you can use at any point during the game. People might know we are down a player tonight. The lovely Polina, who plays the wonderful sorcerer Justine, unfortunately cannot make it tonight. She has a very early flight tomorrow morning, and so could not make it. But hopefully she will be back with us soon. So, oh my God, is that? Hello, Penny. I cannot believe you're here finally for the first time. This is amazing. Sorry. A dear friend of mine from Twitter has just appeared on chat. So, and hugs right back, my dear. So, the situation is as follows. Gwynn had just kind of gotten back around to the far side of the glade where the cabin that Melisande the elf had been living in was, okay? Kind of the opposite side of where everybody had ran out. The rest of the party had been running through the forest, and the trees, this enchanted forest with trees that move all the time, it had been very strange, as I told you. You had all kind of entered into the forest individually, and as you were racing in the general direction of away from the really angry, very powerful elf, the trees were moving and shifting in a way that all your trails converged, so you were all together. And it was at that point that you realized Gwynn wasn't there, and it was at that point that Aminata turned back. But looking back, you'd realize that as the trees were moving to allow your paths to converge, they were also completely hiding your path. And while you could hear the cries of Melisande, she was clearly, despite being an elf, having difficulty traveling through the forest in pursuit of you all. Aminata had decided to try and turn back, but because of the magical nature of this forest and these trees constantly moving, within literally a matter of minutes, within about 5 minutes, was hopelessly lost. Unable to see her friends, unable to ascertain what direction she was traveling in, completely lost. You can vaguely hear the sounds of Melisande still trying to travel through the forest, but you don't think she's near though sound is kind of bouncing around in a funny way that it can sometimes do in a very, very thick ancient forest that happens to have trees that like to move around on their own. So, Mina, Sylvia, Jan, and Justine, yous are basically, you can see the trail in front of you. It's become wide and open and welcoming, and clearly appears to be leading out of the forest. Justine, I think, does turn to you all saying that, you know, because she is completely tapped out. She spent all of her mana using her abilities to dispel the magic of the twisted wand that Melisende had, which allowed her to transform creatures, including people, into wooden objects. But she does turn to you all saying that she's completely spent. She'll be useless in any sort of a fight, and she really thinks she should get Jan out of the forest and back to Shervia.
I'm gonna turn around and I say, yeah, I know, well done, by the way, and I think you two should really go to safety, but I feel so bad for leaving the other two in the forest, so I'm not sure if I should turn back. I have the compass. Does Gwynn have the stone on her still?
Gwynn does still have the lodestone on her, so you could
I think she does, doesn't she?
Yes.
But if Gwynn has the lodestone, in theory, you should be able to
I should be able to find her, exactly. Now, I wouldn't find Aminata, but maybe if I ask very nicely, there might be some help. The forest seemed to be on our side. And
yeah, I think that was Moraine's influence.
Yeah, and I'm just worried, like, about Gwynn. If she runs into Melisende on her own, I mean, I know she has magic as well, but like, I'm just a bit worried. And I think
she is an elf. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I got a good hit in on her, so I think maybe I should have Alfred with her. Albert with her, but like I don't know. Can you heal me up a little bit?
Yeah, I was going to say, before we do anything else, I think that I should heal you. So I'm gonna cast Minor Healing Word, and I'm gonna spend 4 mana on it.
Thank you so much. That is so good.
Yeah, cool. So that's 2d4 plus 4.
She got me a few times, you know, but
I know, I saw.
I got her good.
Yeah, good. You did.
Mina, how badly were you injured? Because according to me, you were only down to 51. Is that correct?
No, I'm down to 26 actually.
Okay, so that was complete. Yeah, because I was like, that looks wrong. I remember you taking a lot more than that.
Yeah. I'm down to 26.
Yeah, everybody else,
which is still fine, but Sylvia, not if I want to go back.
Yeah, and Sylvia, you'd taken a bit of a bashing as well.
Yeah, I'm back up to 40 because I've been healing myself.
Yeah, okay. Right, so
well, I've been trying to heal everybody, but yeah, hold on. So 4, that's 2 plus 5, 4, 9 points.
Okay, 9
of
points.
Healing.
Okay, so 35, not terrible.
It's the best I can do, really.
Right now, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so see, I am also worried if will you be turning to Justine, will you be okay getting back on your own?
I think so. I'm not completely spent. I still have my cantrip to defend myself with if I have to. I can still conjure shards of the arcane to use but look, you can see yourself that the edge of the forest looks like it's like less than a kilometer away. I will be out on the main road soon, and
Jan, do you have a weapon?
She kind of flicks her fingers and some magic sparks on it, you know. So.
No, Jan.
No, Jan.
Oh, Jan is like, oh, I'm sorry. No, I just fled, and I did not have my my rifle. When we left the army, this army kept our rifles. So.
Oh yeah, they do that. They don't let you keep them.
I'm gonna pull out a dagger out of my boot, and I say like, that's all I can spare, but it's better than nothing, and I hand it to him.
Thank you.
If you are going back, perhaps could you? And I'm gonna hand them Piotr.
Oh yeah, when you hand Piotr, this is a
How big is he?
Yeah, actually.
As I said before, essentially he looks like a marionette, but with no strings.
Fucking hate marionettes.
So
much.
he is that size of a standard marionette, without any strings, and you know that this wooden doll was a former lover of Melisende. That he got, like as Jan had said, he got sick. It was just a minor cold. It wasn't anything serious. But when she saw this, she freaked out. And that was the first time Jan saw her use her wand, when she turned Piotr into this wooden doll, saying, "Now you are safe, my love. Now you will never grow old and die, and you will always be with me."
Neil, is he like, yeah, fucking psycho? Is he like a statue, or is he like a doll with, like, you know, bendable?
No, as I say, literally like a marionette. So with it, just
so you can sit him down. You can, like,
absolutely. He's just missing the strings that you would have for a marionette, but it's exactly like a marionette with hinged joints.
So would he be like an art, like? Isn't it that what's it called? An articulated doll?
Yeah. So he has hinged joints. He has hinged joints at the knees, at the elbow, and his head can move a little bit as well.
Oh,
that was the word I was looking for.
Horrifying.
But just
I hate them. I fucking hate them.
There's just no strings to control him, you know.
There are no strings on me. No, sorry, Disney. Bloody freaky. Okay, no, that's at least
I
we
just
can kind of hold him a bit better.
I think he should stay with. Can he hear us?
You don't know.
Oh. Okay, Piotr, you are going to go with Jan and his sister.
No, this is the thing. You don't know. For all you know, he has been completely aware from the moment he was transformed. You don't know.
Oh, horrible. He's seen things, man.
Oh God!
I have not considered that. That's actually nice. Telling him just in case.
I've been like living in fear of this. I'm imagining, if anybody's read Sergei Lukyanenko's Night Watch series, the Plane of Demons. Basically, a bunch of others got turned to stone, and they all went insane because they were trapped as that for like 1,000 years or something.
It was until the wind and the natural elements eroded their stone bodies to destroy them.
But they were still there, and they were insane.
They were fully conscious, So
that's just what I'm.
Wow.
Sorry, I was freaking out. So I'm kind of. You know, I don't want to talk about Piotr like he's not here. Like, you are going to go with them, and when I am strong enough, I will free you from your prison.
Jan takes Piotr, and he is holding him carefully because they knew each other. They had been living in this weird, very unhealthy sort of polyamorous relationship with the elf. That was in no way representative of true healthy polyamory at all. Okay? In any way.
Yep.
Okay?
No real consent given there. Initially, probably, and
let's not even go there, because
let's not dwell. Okay, so they said they're going to leave. They're going to head back out of the forest. Okay.
Okay.
Mina, are you taking out the compass? So Mina, you take out your enchanted compass that you found in the lair of the ogre that you killed recently. You know that the lodestone that comes with the compass is in Gwynn's possession, and that the needle of the compass will point toward the lodestone, and will always point toward that lodestone unless Gwynn ends up in the Pharaoh. Okay, so it immediately turns.
This is fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, so it immediately turns and points in a straight direction. Now, this is the thing. There's no trail in the path that's being directed. As I said, as you were traveling and fleeing from Melisende, the trees were moving in behind you, obscuring the path that you'd been traveling on. So you will be going through the underbrush. There is no trail.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll probably call out to the forest in general, like, we're trying to get to our friend, but we try not to, like, please keep us hidden from Melisende. If you can hear us, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you.
That's going to be a charm roll, Mina. You don't have persuasion.
No.
You don't have conversationalist.
No.
You're not a wordsmith like Aminata. So
that's 17.
+1.
No, nothing.
Well, you have a charm of... Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Sylvia.
No.
Yeah, you have a charm of 0, sorry.
I was more in general just asking, not really hoping for anything, just out of politeness.
You're really not sure. So...
While that is happening...
I'm just putting it out there.
While that's happening, Aminata's going to be doing the exact same thing.
Okay, Aminata, so you do have persuasion and you do have wordsmith. I'm not going to allow conversationalist here because conversationalist is the study of culture and language and things like body language and the likes to pick up on people's like intent and social cues to make you better at communicating with people. You're talking through questionably sentient semi-magical trees. So no, you don't get conversationalist, okay?
Oh, okay.
But you still get wordsmith, you still get your base charm and your persuasion, okay?
So that'll be a +7 to my roll.
Yes, +7 to the roll.
Nice.
Yeah, so well, Aminata is the diplomat.
So that'll be a 21.
That branch moved a centimeter. Maybe that means.
Right. So, what is it you are saying to the trees?
I'm just going to say, protectors of the forest, I'd like to implore you to allow me to aid my friend. We are in grave danger. Melisende is trying to punish us and possibly kill us for wanting to free those who were essentially kept as pets by her against their will, and we want to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And from what I can see, you already were trying to aid us in our quest. I would just ask you to please aid us for a bit longer, and I will return with offerings of the finest whiskey I can get for you.
Okay, well, we don't know how good that will be. We'll find out. I will say this: as Mina and Sylvia turn and you are trying to push your way through the forest, you do hear a cry from the direction of Justine and Jan, and turning around and looking back, you see coming out of the tree line Anklegon, Justine's fairy dragon familiar, who appears to have returned. Because during the fight...
Don't give me a heart attack.
That was my main concern all week.
Jesus,
oh my god!
Because during the fight... During the fight, Justine had sent him to Moraine, the Lady of the Forest and sister of Melisende, asking for aid. So he appears to have returned to Justine, okay? So, Gwynn.
Yes.
You have made your way around to the other side of the glade.
Yeah, I'm heading towards the cottage as stealthily as I possibly can.
So, you saw Melisende race, trying to race after your friends, having taken a quite grievous wound to her torso when Mina was fighting with her, and Mina struck her with a critical hit with her halberd. But while it's a pretty deep, heavy bleeding wound, she's like, looks like she's trying to put pressure on it with her hand, and through a combination of sheer stubbornness, force of will, and her magical essence has continued on. You're looking at like, I'd be down, I'd be gone from that hit. So she appears to be gone. You're not entirely sure what. Okay. But you are up near the cottage. What are you doing?
Cool. As soon as I get to the cottage, I'm gonna, as stealthily as I can, sprint inside and aim for like that study room that I saw where she was making puppets.
Yeah, that was just off to the left.
Yeah, I'm going to... So, what can I see in there? Are there puppets on the table?
When you open the door, this is what you see. It immediately reminds you of home.
Okay.
So it immediately reminds you of home. It's a small-ish room. It's probably about 3.5-ish by 4.5-ish meters. It's not very big, okay? There is a very small fireplace, okay, with just big enough for a small cauldron to fit on it, and there is a small cauldron in the fireplace, okay. There is a very nice big, very plain but sturdy table with a simple, comfortable, high-back wooden chair at the table. There is two sets of bookcases, one along the far wall from where you walk in the door, and one along the wall beside where the desk is. And looking around on the bookcases, you see all sorts of different accoutrements. There are what look to be bits of bone, animal fragments, cuttings of plants. There appears to be various different jars and bottles with what look to be different sorts of oil and unguents and liquids in them, and various semi-precious stones. On the other bookcase, or on the other shelf, you see what look to be one or two taxidermical creatures. You see candles. There is, what else is there? There's a mortar and, oh no, the mortar and pestle's on the desk. There is, there's basically all sorts of different items that a witch might have in her possession, in her home. And on the desk itself, on the table itself, you see a very large book. Reminds you of some of the books that your mother and your grandmother would have had back home, that your aunt would have had back home. There's a mortar and pestle. There's more candles. There's what looks to be a ritual knife of some sort. There's various different bits of like different colored twines in one section. There's some blocks of beeswax in another section. And you see a number of puppets as well. You see there looks to be 4 puppets, 4 fully made puppets and a half made puppet. Okay. And if you go up to the desk, okay.
Yeah.
And you give me an awareness roll.
Oh, which dice? Okay, school dice. Oh Jesus.
Oh.
That is a 4, grand total of 4.
Oh, gross.
Dice jail.
What did you roll? Oh my god.
I rolled a 3.
All right.
I see puppets
With
and
that,
the book.
yeah, with that terrible a roll, all I'm gonna say is that you see the puppets. Like you can't spot anything like pieces of hair. You know that she has some of your hair because when you first met her and you had your night of passionate lesbianic like super sex,
Good times.
yeah, you like greatest night of your life level of good times. She did pull some of your hair out and you enjoyed it while it was happening, but then the next day you realized, oh shit. So, but with that,
never give a witch your hair.
yeah, with that terrible roll, I'm going to say you can't spot any hair on any of the puppets.
I'm not gonna give anybody my hair, but you know.
So, yeah.
Okay, so I see 4.5 puppets.
Yep.
Okay, I take them all.
Yep.
No, wait, I don't have a pouch or goblin purse or
No,
anything.
you have your bag. You have your bag.
Cool.
No, you have your bag because you are a bit of a bag lady. You've got a couple of little pouches, but we said you have kind of like a satchel as well.
Okay, deadly. I just scoop them off the table into my satchel.
Yeah.
Then there's 2 other things I want to look for. Do I see any more of those like wooden marionettes?
No, the only ones that you saw were in the main living room, and all the other ones were animal figures.
Okay, cool.
None of the other marionettes were human. They were all animal figures. And Jan did say, and Moraine said, when her sister was a young child, she loved animals and she loved pets, but would get so upset when they would die. So she made her the wand so that when her pets got sick and were close to death, she could turn them into these wooden toys. That was why she made it, as a gift for her little sister. Never, of course, thinking when she got older she'll turn into a psycho bunny boiler and be using it on actual people. You know?
Yep.
But
the other
dolls that you saw were all wooden. And looking around, even with that terrible roll, I'm going to tell you, there's absolutely no other wooden doll-like, or the only other doll-like objects in the room are the straw puppets on the table. And
cool.
As a
witch, they're in my bag now.
As a witch, you know yourself. This is classic ritual magic.
Classic binding. Yeah.
Which
so I scooped them.
Yeah, which of course, as you know, is really weird that an elf would learn. But Moraine had said her sister was the beautiful, pretty songbird of the palace, but was actually terrible at magic. Like, yes, she's an elf, the most magically powerful and amongst the strongest fey creatures in the world. But she was really shit at magic. So, as she said, it would seem that when the family fled during the French Revolution to Arcadia, she started learning the magic of the witches to supplement her really poor innate skills.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, I want to take all the shiny things, but I'm going to be as fast as I can. Do I see anything that looks like a Book of Shadows?
Yes, the book right on the table looks like a Book of Shadows.
Want to take the book. I want to take the book.
So you take the book.
But I'm afraid to take the book. Oh God.
What do you
do? What do I do? What do I do?
Take it.
Okay. I'm gonna take the book. And I'm gonna blame Susie for whatever happens after this. She gave me permission.
Voice. You're gonna take the book.
Take the book. Okay, I take the book. I'm getting Hocus Pocus vibes. Don't open the book. I take the book and then I leg it back into the main room, and I do scoop the animal marionettes also into my bag.
Okay.
And leg it.
Okay. Right.
No. Now, what am I missing? Because that's very concerning.
We were just not expecting to burn the place down because Gwynn's a pyromaniac.
Yeah, I know. yeah, I know.
Okay, right.
Totally expecting fire. I'm very surprised.
No, she's gonna. Okay, yeah, she's gonna be annoyed enough with me as it is.
No. I'm not putting ideas in your head. And are you going? So this is the thing. What direction do you want to go in? Because if you want to go in the direction your friends were going, that's also the direction Melisende went. If you're going in any other direction, you're going deeper into the Troncais forest.
Should I at least set a little fire in that room so she doesn't know I stole her book?
She's going to know you stole her book. It's a big, beautiful, it's a Book of Shadows.
Okay.
Unless you wanted to start a fire to try and incinerate everything, so she might, you could genuinely start a fire in that room, on the table. To try and burn down the table, so that you could do that.
Yeah, I probably should. It's sad because it reminds me of home.
Tonight.
Okay, I'm gonna set a little fire. I'm gonna start a little fire in that room. Just conjure up balls of flame in my hand and foof it onto the most flammable looking surface.
So basically you're casting firebolt, yeah?
Yeah.
Or are you
I don't want to destroy the house, but I probably do want to destroy that room. So this probably the whole house is gonna go. But...
So this is the thing. This is where we're getting into some game mechanics here, okay? You can cast Arcane Spark for free because it's a cantrip, and that literally you send off. It's like a flint and steel, a magical flint and steel.
Yeah.
It immediately ignites flammable material. So something like the poppets, they would go up quite easily with Arcane Spark, okay? And they would burn, but you're not sure whether that would cause the entire table to go on fire.
Yeah.
However, if you were to do something like spend, I don't know, 4 or 6 mana on a firebolt spell at the table, I'm going to say if you're spending that mana directly at a inanimate object made of flammable materials, then the table will itself go on fire. So it's your call. Do you want to spend mana?
I'm going to spend the mana.
Okay. So
I'm going to double the mana to make sure the whole table goes up.
I'm going to say 6 mana because it's a base cost of 2. So with 6 mana, that's 3d4 plus 4. That causes the table to ignite. It immediately what actually happens is immediately the beeswax melts and immediately goes on fire, as does the bits of like the bits of twine and other little random stuff.
Great.
But the wood itself immediately starts to ignite slowly, but very quickly is beginning to get hotter as the fire spreads across the top of the table.
Okay, perfect. That should kind of cover
Okay.
the tracks. So then I'll leg it.
Okay, cool, right. And now this goes back to my previous question. Which
Right.
direction are you going in? If you want to go in the direction your friends were going, that's also the direction Melisende was going in. Any other direction is deeper into the forest.
Okay. I definitely want to make it back to the hedge line anyway, so I'm not out in the open. Oh,
Well,
I guess.
you're in a cabin that's right at the center of a clearing that's 100 meters across.
Okay, so either way, I am going to go at a bit of an angle to Melisende. I'm not going to like directly follow behind her, but a little bit of it, maybe like 30 degrees off to the side,
yeah,
and
yeah, cool.
Yeah.
All right.
sprint for my life.
Cool. All right. So Aminata, you hopelessly lost turnabout trying to find your friend who had disappeared off on some God knows what crazed plan. You are completely turned around. You are not sure what direction to go in. Roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh God, no. Anything but the Fey realm, and we're okay. We still have a chance.
I got a 7.
Don't make
No,
that
don't make that
noise.
sound.
Okay. No, that's actually the best roll you could have gotten.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah,
Don't do that to me, man.
That's actually the best roll you could have gotten. So you are you're trying to make your way, but as I said, you've gotten completely turned around. You don't even know what direction you're going in. As you're like stomping through the undergrowth, there's no trail in front of you. You are like pushing through shrubs and saplings and in between the boughs of great big oaks. Really struggling here. Okay, all right. In your culottes and everything, you know, you're not like dressed as an outdoorsy woodsman right now, you know. When you hear a sound from the canopy above you, a cawing noise.
Oh,
And looking up, you see a raven on a branch looking down at you.
oh my God, I'm so happy to see you.
I have that effect on people.
I desperately need your help. I need to find Gwynn.
Which one's Gwynn?
Gwynn is the one who had the dalliance with Melisende, the blonde, gorgeous, crazy, that one.
What's the word that you humans use? Thirsty? The thirsty one? I think that's the word you humans use, yes?
My reputation has preceded me, I see.
Yeah, maybe a bit parched.
Honestly, I have no idea where she is. Where was the last time you saw her?
We were all running away from Melisende, and we all entered the forest. We got in quite a bit, and then she veered off. And I know she has gone back to Melisende's to retrieve something, or burn something, or maybe do both. I don't know. All I know is that she's alone, and if Melisende catches her, she is toast.
Yeah, well, you were going the wrong direction, and he kind of gestures with his head. He's like, Melisende's cabin is this way, and it's literally, you were going this way, and like he's gesturing that way. You were going completely the wrong direction. I mean, it's gonna be a bit of a trek through the trees. I can guide you if you want.
Please. I
would like to point out, I can guide you. I can't make any promises that it's going to be a safe trip. The creator only knows what we might bump into on the way to that cabin. Or I could guide you safely out of the forest.
Aminata's actually just gonna stand there for a second, like really thinking about it. Like, okay, if I go and find her, I could possibly get ganked by but if I don't, she could get ganked if she doesn't have backup. And how long would it have been since I last saw the rest of the party?
You're not sure. Maybe 10, 15 minutes. You're really not sure. The forest is really kind of messes with your perceptions. You've never seen the forest this alive before, this active before. Every time he's been in the forest, he's experienced weird like trails moving around, but never to this extent. Like, it almost feels like you're in the Fey realm, but you're pretty sure you're not.
And my plea to the forest in general. Oh God.
You have no way of knowing whether the forest gives a shit about
You got
fey
sent
creatures.
the raven.
I
You did get
Oh,
sent the
well,
raven.
you don't know if the raven was sent or if the raven just happened to find her.
I'm gonna do the Aminata thing. I'm gonna go fight Gwyn. Fuck's sake!
Yay!
Right.
I'll be cursing and blinding the entire way, just under my breath, so nobody hears me. I'll just be like, "Fuck, shit, fuck, fuck, fuck. What do we do?"
Right.
Why do I have to be a caring person? Jesus!
Exactly. God damn it!
Okay. Right. So you saying that to the raven says, "Okay, well, follow me," and he alights, flying off, and he doesn't go really far fast. He kind of flies off about 8 or 9 meters. Alights on a branch again, waiting for you to follow him because it's quite difficult for you to travel through this terrain. He's checking in on you, and he slowly starts leading you in what you assume is the direction of Melisende's cabin, because as he said, he doesn't know where Gwyn is, but he does know where Melisende's cabin is.
Okay.
He's a raven, you know.
Yeah.
He's made this clear to you all many times before. He is just a raven. He may be a talking raven that is
True.
a servant of the Lady of the Forest, but he is still just a raven.
True. I'm going to be saying prayers to any and all beings that are kind and benevolent and who would aid me in this. And I'm going to hope we come across the dryad. Yeah, I'm just going to proceed with caution. In terms of getting through are my clothes weighing me down?
A little, yeah. Because they're culottes, you know. You did say before you wear culottes, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're culottes. So culottes are still quite a wide garment because the whole idea is that they look like a skirt. So yeah, they do snag and catch in the understory and in the undergrowth.
No, I'm not going to strip in the forest as well. Yeah, I'm just going to keep going.
Right. So
You'll be cold.
Mina and Sylvia, you are following this compass, trying to force your way through the trees. Roll the d12 for me, please. One of you.
Roll well. Get a 7.
Oh no, don't get a 7 this time. Get something like other.
1.
Oh,
it's not a d20, so hopefully.
Can Susie roll as well?
No, that's not
No.
how this works.
The random.
Susie can roll the next one if you want, but not how this works, okay? Right, so you are traveling along through the forest, okay? You're having a bit of trouble getting along, and you're trying to push your way through, and you are, you know, you're having at times to nearly cut through some of the undergrowth, and it is quite
I'm
difficult.
so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Can you both give me awareness rolls, please?
Oh shit.
Oh god damn it! All right.
Nerves.
Just
awareness.
just Mina and Sylvia.
Nah. 14.
Sylvia? Are you muted?
You're
You're muted.
12.
Okay.
Nah, we're both as bad as each other.
No, sorry, 11. I don't have chemo.
11.
Okay, right.
11.
I keep
No,
thinking I
Brian.
have 2 eyes.
Oh.
Where did I pick that up?
I rolled terribly.
Yay!
Maybe?
I don't know if
So-
that means terribly for you or terribly for us anymore.
I don't know.
So, this is what you see based on the roll I had. You are following the compass, trying to like cut your way through the understory, having serious difficulty. And as you're doing, you take a moment to stop because you're getting tired from this. Take a moment to stop, get a drink of water from your water skins, and glancing back, you see about 4 or 5 tree gnomes. These small little elemental creatures that look like somebody had carved an ugly old man from a piece of wood as a children's toy. And they are like some of them are on the ground and some of them are in lower branches, and they are gesturing with their little clawed wooden spindly hands, and you can see the bushes and saplings that you had been bursting through are regrowing in the spot, but which like so they don't appear to be they're focusing on the forest, but
Not on us.
but any hope you had of finding a trail to get back in the direction you're going is completely lost.
Okay.
Completely. As these tree gnomes are effectively repairing the forest of the minor damage that your travel has caused.
Okay, you know what? That's fine.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna very respectfully kind of nod to them.
They don't give a shit. They're ignoring you guys completely.
That's fine. I'm
They
just,
do
you
not
know,
care.
meaning like, you know, very much passing through. Thank you. See you.
Well, you know yourself. With tree gnomes, it's questionable what their level of intelligence is.
Yeah.
Like scholars for centuries have debated on whether they have the intelligence and sentience of a fairy or if they are effectively an animal. You know. So
Well, I'm still not gonna be like.
I mean, if you want, you could, but that would go back.
I'm not gonna.
I'm pretty sure anybody would figure out what that fucking meant. You get your ass baked.
Right, so
I turn to Sylvia and I say, like, well, at least the damage is getting repaired.
Gwynn.
Oh yeah, well, the forest will always recover from something.
Yeah.
Like this is minor anyway.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad about cutting the trees.
Exactly.
Gwynn.
Yes.
Entering into the tree line, you're trying to find your way through it. The trees appear to be a lot thicker and denser than you remembered them being even only 20-30 minutes ago, as if they have been moving around. Something that you have experienced before in the Troncais forest, but never to such an extent. You're slowly making your way in what you think is the right direction. First things first, can you give me a bushcraft roll, please? Awareness bushcraft. Well, actually, you can choose... Oh, actually, no. You can choose awareness or intellect.
Intellect.
Okay, so you're trying to basically remember the general direction and then using your bushcraft skills figure out the right path that you're traveling.
Please.
What was that? Oh, Neve is frozen on us.
Is 18.
18. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not terrible. Okay.
Not terrible.
Roll the d12 for me, please.
Oh god, I have to pick my dice very carefully for this. Bear with me. I trust none of them.
I feel like the skull dice is just not a good idea for like.
I know. No dice jail. No. Okay. That is a 6.
Okay, right.
That's middle of the road. It's good.
You never know with a d12. That is a 6, right? Yeah, it's a 6, not a 9.
Oh.
Okay.
My fucking nerves, like.
Right. When the d12s come out, oh man, can't cope.
Okay, just give me one moment here. Roll a d6 for me.
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay. Fuck. Okay, roll well. Please. That was a 2.
Okay.
You have
I
to
hate
say
when
it
you
like
do
that.
Mhm.
And there's no point in me trying to re-roll or anything
And
using
no-
my boon because I don't know what's good or what's bad.
Yeah, that's true. For that, you don't know. And also, actually, you couldn't because that's not an ability check. That's not an ability
Right,
test.
right,
So
right.
your amulet of fortune, you can only re-roll ability tests. So that's 3, 7, 8.
Gwyn meets a dragon.
The end.
Okay, Gwyn.
You could always try to fuck him like it worked last campaign.
Gwyn, give me an awareness roll.
Okay, which dice? I'm gonna branch out here. Oh shit! I shouldn't have done that. Oh god, that's a 5.
Okay.
Dice Joe.
You are making your way through the forest.
Make my way downtown. Walking fast.
Really, really fast.
Oh, sweet mother of Hades. My fucking nerves right now.
Shot.
Just wait till he just fucking randomly rolls the dice for no fucking reason.
No,
to
Jesus.
mess with our heads. For anyone
Stop
who's
it.
watching is
Stop
actually
it.
doing this. You
Stop
know
it,
what I mean?
Neil. I know you're doing.
Oh, I can't cope.
Oh.
Okay, right. So,
One day you're gonna give me a heart attack.
right. Hold on. I actually do need to. That was all joking aside. I'm gonna make that a genuine roll. So that's 8, 10.
Can't do that.
15. Okay, 15. All right. She doesn't have. No, she doesn't. Okay, 15. Right. So, Amanada, you are following the raven. All right.
No, not me.
Yeah, we're back to you, Amanada. So you are following the raven. He's leading you back in the direction of the cabin that you know your friend Gwynn, our party witch, had gone back to. All right, and he's as he's traveling with you, he starts trying to have a conversation with you. He's like, "So, where are you from exactly?"
Well, my father is from the Kingdom of Mali, and my mother is Greek.
Oh, where's Mali?
It's on a continent known as Africa.
Oh, I know Africa. Just I don't know Africa, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you know the general place, but not the intricacies of
Well,
the countries there.
It's pretty big.
It is quite large. I don't think a lot of people understand I suppose just the sheer size of it. But Mali is a very powerful kingdom in the west of Africa, so fairly close to the north. It's north of the equator, and it is, it's home. I grew up both in Mali and here.
North of the equator, but is it in the center, the east, or the west?
It would be more western.
Right. I think I met a swallow from there once.
You may have.
Yeah. Really tough guy. Could travel phenomenal distances. At a pretty decent speed as well. Yeah.
Yeah. No. We have quite a great. I suppose we have quite a diverse. Group of creatures.
Do you have coconuts in Mali?
Was it an African or a European swallow?
Do you have coconuts in Mali? Because this guy used to love carrying coconuts around.
I'm not aware of swallows carrying coconuts.
Maybe he wasn't from Mali then. Maybe he was from somewhere else.
Maybe, and maybe he just kind of migrated through.
He was a fierce traveler. Loved to see the world.
Oh yeah, no swallows.
I think that could be why he liked the coconuts, because it was like a snack,
They can be very tough to get into.
Well, he was a pretty tough guy, He was able to still travel pretty far distances despite being laden down.
And you said this was a swallow?
Yep. I'm pretty sure he was African. I don't think he was European.
I'm not quite sure how to answer that, to be honest.
Oh well. Roll a d12.
You lose.
I'm gonna fly off into.
My brain just melts through my ears, trying to ponder. Oh,
Ramanada meets a black knight on the road. I've copyright. Copyright.
that was a 10.
Okay. Right. So, this is what happens.
Oh God, I feel sick.
You are so confused by this incredibly strange conversation that you are having with this raven about unladen swallows that might be African or European, that you're not quite watching where you're going. As you are walking along through the trees, you pass beneath a pair of branches.
No.
And there is a flash of light.
Oh fuck.
And you suddenly find yourself standing on a sandy beach.
No.
Mina, Sylvia, let's go to you guys.
What? No, but
Oh. Oh no.
oh.
Do you want me to have a heart attack live on stream?
Okay.
Honest to God. Like.
How are we gonna get her back?
If it would help me get the Twitch partner, maybe, you know?
Oh my God. My Fitbit says my heart rate's at 99 right now, by the way, just so people are fucking clear on my stress levels. Fuck.
This
Right,
is like
anyway.
that's the worst possible thing could have happened.
Okay, no, this is fine. Everything, it's fine. Okay.
The raven is with her to be fine.
We are
It'll be
walking
fine.
along. We are walking along. This is fine. I actually can't. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, right. Come on. We're fine. So what's happening? What's happening, Neil?
Scene.
You guys tell me what's happening.
Yeah, we're stomping through the undergrowth. We are going through the bush.
Haha, bush.
We are all adults. Imagine.
So, can you both
Very
please
much
roll for me? One of you roll a d12.
Yeah, do it this time.
I'll do it. I mean, I don't know if I should be trusted with these kind of rolls, but anyway, here we go. So I
As
rolled
if I am any better.
a 12, and I don't know if that's okay. I don't know if that's a good roll.
Oh, okay, right. So,
Oh, you're just like the words, Neil. Your way of talking is
Look, the grin. It's the grin.
right. So, this is what you see. You're.
I need a fucking drink.
So you're stomping along through the forest. Your Mina's slightly ahead of you, leading the way. Okay.
Yep.
When
Yeah, because I can see in the dark.
And you know,
yeah,
you're
exactly.
And I have to, yeah.
Yeah.
Although Albert is slightly too good, I'd apologize to Albert for using him
it is
to hack up wood.
and it is actually getting dark. It's proper nighttime at this stage. Okay. But Mina, thankfully, you can see. Amanada, you can see as well because you're both Fey touched. So with your Fey blood, you have dark vision. Gwynn, you do have to take out your fairy globe that you just recently acquired to help you see. But so this is what's happening. You are coming along and you see the trees ahead of you slightly open up out into a smallish clearing. It's probably about 20-25 meters wide. Okay? And what you see is there's a slight raise in the ground that forms into this smallish cave. Okay? And you can see there are kind of branches and twigs all scattered and kind of leading into the cave. As you hear the sounds of snoring.
okay. I think we should.
I think We should, yeah. Let's just.
As far away from the cave as
Yep.
Actually,
Yep,
using my
that's
lesser
right.
telepathy cantrip, I'm going to say to Mina, as far away from the cave as possible, and no talking.
So the compass is pointing not into the cave but just off from the cave. So you would need, if you want to follow the line of the compass, you're going to have to go kind of close-ish, not into, but close-ish to the cave.
Okay. Well,
Let's just try to kind of give it a birth and then come back, follow the compass after.
Okay.
Can we do that? Can we do wide?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we go around as wide as possible?
I need you both to give me stealth rolls.
okay, well.
What is that, Dex? Yeah.
Yeah, Dex.
As a druid, I have Beast's Grace, so I'm just going to roll twice and take the
Yeah.
higher, because I'm going to, if it's shit, I'm going to re-roll it anyway, you know? Oh shit, that was cocked.
19. 21.
I got an 18. They were actually quite good rolls.
Oh. So you both are moving quite quietly and you're being fairly stealthy, but you still do make some slight noise. And this deep, sonorous snoring that you heard suddenly, and it breaks, and you hear the sound of movement within the cave.
Sleep in my
And
beastie
you
coat.
hear cracking of
Oh god.
something walking on twigs, and a moment stepping out of the cave, you see a creature, large, majestic, an eagle-like head on a great Leonian body,
Oh no.
talons for front paws, and great gold eagle wings. This thing is easily the size of a horse. As woken from its slumber, standing in front of you now is a griffin.
Oh fuck.
And I think that's a perfect place to take a pause in our story.
Oh.
So folks, we're going to be back in just 5 minutes. Quick fire break. Susie badly needs a gin. And we'll be back to you very quickly.
I do. I'm getting one. I'm getting one. I'm getting one right now, and I'm making it a fucking double.
Okay.
I just finished a double rum and coke.
We'll be back to you all soon, folks. Okay, bye-bye.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Okay, folks. Okay, and we are back. So when last we'd left our heroes, the party are trying to find each other within this enchanted forest. Gwynn seems to be so far slowly making her way through the tree line, deeper in without any issues. Aminata was getting help from a raven they've met a number of times, who's a servant of the Lady of the Forest, the elven noble Moraine, and was doing okay, but then got distracted by a very unusual conversation about swallows and debates over whether they might be African or European, and accidentally stumbled through a portal into the Fey realm. And Mina and Sylvia, trying to sneak through a small little glen, appear to have woken a griffin. So, let's go back to Gwynn.
Okay.
So, Gwynn, right, you are slowly making your way along through the forest.
Yep.
So this is the thing. Are you trying to be stealthy, or are you trying to just get as quickly through this dense forest as you can to where you
Let me just glance at my... okay. Damn. I am... she's really fast as well. I'm going to try and be stealthy. I have a little bit of dex.
You do know that Melisende is so much faster than you.
She's so much faster, yeah. I saw that in action in the glade, so I may as well just use my dex.
Okay, give me a dex roll.
Okay. Which...
This vision of Gwynn sneaking along, just going, "You can't see me, you can't see me."
Well, the way I roll, yes. Okay.
I realized when I did that, I was like, "Oh, okay,
anyway.
I'm Pan's Labyrinth."
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. No,
right. 6, 7, 8. I can't use acrobatics, I'm guessing.
No.
So it's just 6, 7, and 8, yeah.
Okay.
Shit. Why do I roll so bad? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sets of dice here, and they've all betrayed me.
So
you're not in the Fey realm. It's fine.
So this is what happens. You are walking through the forest. You're trying to be as stealthy as you can. You have the light of the fairy globe lighting your way. This crystal sphere. It looks like a piece of smoky quartz, shaped into a perfect sphere. Some slight brass filigree around it, and it emits this light. A bright light within a 5-meter radius and a dim light within a further 5-meter radius. Okay, as you are traveling along, trying to use this to help you see, swooping out of the tree line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, swooping out of the tree line, you see this black shape moving at lightning speed and going for your hand.
Okay.
But I rolled terribly as a jet black fairy dragon swoops from the branches and tries to snatch your fairy globe out of your hand. But you instinctively pull back, missing, and it hisses at you and darts off into the tree line.
Oh, because it's shiny.
Can I keep it? Do I have any snacks on me with which to tame the fairy dragon?
Oh God, do not do that again. I do not want to situation. Anyway,
it's worth it. It's worth the risk.
Mina, Sylvia, this beautiful, majestic, and quite imposing fey creature has just emerged from what you assume is its lair. It's not immediately on top of you. You're a good 6-7 meters from each other. But this creature is it looks like, as I said, it has a Leonian body, but twice the size of a lion.
Does Sylvia know much about griffins? Can I make a Fey lore?
Absolutely, you would know. You're not an expert on Fey lore, but you spent time. You were trained in druidry by a Musluita, by a woodwife, a Germanic forest Fey creature. So you actually have a quite a bit of a good bit of experience.
So would I know, are they aggressive, or they're territorial? If we leave, will it follow us?
They can be quite territorial, they can be quite aggressive. I will. So what I'm going to say is, in a situation like this, you're somewhat familiar with these creatures in a general fashion, but don't have any real expert knowledge, if that makes sense. Sylvia has Fey Lore level 2, intermediate. So if you want, so your decision, what do you want to do? Are you looking to just try to recount knowledge to better act? Are you trying to charm the creature? What are you doing?
Trying to just remember what I know about them so I can figure out how best to proceed.
Okay, that is intellect. Plus failure. So that's a plus 3.
Okay, you know what? It's fine. Well, like it's not fine, but it's...
Well, your charm is only 1 as well, so...
Mina's just standing there like, oh, with a
7!
stupid grin. Oh,
Like,
7 total.
yeah.
You're like, oh god, crap, I never saw one of these things once or twice, I have no idea what to do right now, and you're kind of like, you're not freezing, but you're like, oh shit, what do we do?
Okay, Sylvia doesn't like to freeze. So, because... I'm not doing that again. How about we very slowly back away? I mean...
Can you both give me charm rolls?
Oh god.
So sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'd used a different dice and I rolled a 5.
Mina?
I used a different dice and I rolled a 9.
Okay.
Nice, Griffin. Go back to sleep.
Oh, this is fucking slapstick kind of bullshit.
Odds. The creature, seeing you both begin to move, crouches down on its haunches, leaps into the air. At you, Mina. Coming forward, talons coming out in a claw attack. That is a 21 to hit.
Let me check, yeah.
Oh, shit.
That appears to hit.
That's 15 points of slashing damage as it does this rending claw attack at you. What? I'm going to give you each a reaction, whatever you want, and that will determine how this encounter continues. What are you doing?
I'm gonna cast.
What are you doing? Okay, first, what are you doing first, Mina? Because you were the one who was attacked.
Oh yeah.
And by the way, this creature, like, you're quite short, aren't you? What did you say you are, like 155 or something like that?
Well, yeah, 160.
160. This creature's head is like slightly above you. Like its head is like higher than you, so it's big. It's basically the size of a slightly short horse, but like easily as broad as a good like 16, 17 hands horse, if you know what I mean, you know? So Mina, you tell me, you get one reaction, and that can be whatever you want, one single action, but whatever you want. So you can attack, you can go to defend, you can say, I turn and run, whatever you want is your action first, and then Sylvia, you get to act next, because I'm giving Mina the first reaction, because she's the one who just got clawed.
I think we all know what Mina would do.
We don't. You tell us.
Oh yes, you do. I'm gonna flash at it with Albert.
We die. This is how we die.
Okay, right. You're going to slash at it with Albert. Okay, give me an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Okay, right. So that is a base damage of wrong character sheet.
What does that do?
That's a base damage of 15 plus d12.
Plus 3.
15 plus 1d12.
That is a 6.
So that is 21 points of damage. Okay, right. Sylvia, you also get a single action.
Well, I was going to try and cast Chaotic Aura so I could reroll the charm, but I'm not going to do that now. I guess I'm
sorry, I panicked. I got hit quite bad.
Yeah, no, I see.
Oh, sorry. Apologies for interrupting you, Sylvia. Can you also roll a d10 for me, please? Because that was a critical injury. So you cause critical hits, you cause a critical injury.
Yes. What was it? D10, yeah?
D10,
Fuck are my D10s?
I don't know.
Honestly, like, you buy... Yeah. You buy sets and they all disappear. A 9.
Roll twice.
Oh.
Oh, it's a major.
A 5.
Okay. Non-dominant leg movement is halved, and then roll a second time.
Again?
Yeah.
D10 as well?
Yeah.
Wow. A 6.
-1 penalty to attack rolls and a -1 penalty to defense. So, Sylvia, what are you doing? Sorry, what do we say it was? It was 21 points you did, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, Mina, what are you doing?
Sylvia,
sorry.
I'm going to cast Stone Bullet, I guess. Oh.
For how many mana?
4.
Okay, so that's 2d4 plus 4. I failed the dex roll, I think. Quick plus 7. 15. No, your spell might is an 18 with earth, so that was a fail.
Yeah.
So the damage is
2d4 plus
4.
4?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, I need to double check. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it is. So what's the damage roll? 2d4 plus 4.
Sorry. That's 3, 2, 5, for 9 points.
Well, 1 second. Sorry, my headphones just died on me again. What did you roll, Sylvia?
9 points.
Okay, right. Roll initiative, please.
Oh my god.
Oh, now I get a half decent roll. 17.
Same. I got 18 plus 3. That is 21.
Okay, right. So, Mina, you get to act first.
Okay. Okay. I attack again. Can I roll 4 feet?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I want a quick attack.
Yeah. Okay. So
that is, what is that? 5?
4 feet points.
4 feet points. Yes. I was thinking it's 5 for some reason.
Yeah, it was when you first got it, but you did decrease the cost.
17 plus 6.
That is enough to hit and activate the feat. So you get your initial attack and an extra attack with your minor action.
Nice. Oh, that's an 8 plus 3. That is 11. Okay. For my first attack.
Yeah.
For my second attack. That's a 12 plus 3. What is that? 15.
The second attack misses.
Oh, I mean, that was damage, sorry.
No, so you have to attack.
Yes, I do. Oh, yeah, probably misses because I only rolled a 10, so 16.
That misses.
Yeah, fair enough.
So the griffin, now seriously injured, cries out, leans down, and launches up into the air with withdrawing and flying away.
That's fine.
Fuck off!
Can you each
Sorry.
Can you each give me awareness rolls?
I don't want to.
What was my awareness again?
It's a 17 for
16.
Sylvia.
16.
You hear the faintest sound coming from the lair.
Oh no, it's a baby.
Oh no, babies!
Little cries and shrieks.
Yeah, let's just leave so he comes back.
Let's just leave so it comes back. Oh my god. We're not even going to go in because we don't want to compromise scents and stuff.
I know now why it attacked, but I mean, like, I didn't
let's just
end up
go.
with food. Let's go.
Let's just go. Let's go. Oh my god.
So,
oh my god.
Ow, ow, ow.
Aminata. You find yourself standing on a beautiful, pristine, golden sanded beach. The sun coming down on you. It reminds you of home. It reminds you of some of the beaches off the coast of your great kingdom, the Mali Empire. The waves are crashing. There's dunes with tall grasses, the occasional caw of a seagull, and that's the scent of the marine air. Can you please give me a resolve willpower roll?
Oh god. I don't have willpower, so that will be a 15.
Do you want to use your inspiration die?
Yes, please. Okay, so that is a 21.
That was the target number.
Oh my god, I think I've aged 10 years.
So, this is what you see. You looking out on the ocean in front of you, realizing what has happened. You have accidentally stumbled through a portal into the Fey realm, and you realize the seriousness of this. Some of the most powerful Fey beings and creatures in myth and legend exist in this realm, but also the simple act of being in this realm can be terribly dangerous to humans because time moves differently in the Fey realm. The last time you accidentally stumbled in here when you got back, nearly 2 weeks had passed. And you see just off in the ocean, cresting the water, this enormous dorsal fin suddenly breaks the surface. Climbing up, it looks to be 2.5, maybe 3 meters tall, continuing in this long arc for like 7, 8, 9 meters as it disappears back down beneath. Now this was like hundreds of meters out, doesn't look too close, but you're like, what was that? And oh my god, how big was that? As you hear a call, and turning around on the ground, on the sand behind you, you see Raven looking at you with a very judgmental look on his corvid face. You really need to watch where you're going. Come on.
I know. I
Come
apologize.
on, let's go. You don't want to stay here.
Please, no. I'd like to get back.
As he turns around and flexes, like jumps off the ground, wings extending out, flying, appearing as into nothing, but as he flies through the air, there's a shimmer, and you see this shimmering doorway outline appear in the air in front of you. As you race back out of the Fey realm, back into the Troncais
And it's
forest.
summer, 2 free months later.
Oh my god.
So yes.
Drive
I
me.
swear to God, my
fucking
heart.
Drink.
My nerves.
Drive me to drink.
Oh.
Okay, right. So, Gwynn, give me a fresh bushcraft awareness roll.
Okay. Right. Okay, that was a 14. My bushcraft is a 2. And my awareness is a 1.
Okay,
17.
Okay, you're slowly making your way. You're trying to, but you're really struggling. You don't know if you're going in the right direction. You're keeping an eye out for that tree gnome as well.
Can I reach out with lesser telepathy every so often and just see if I grasp onto anybody?
You can certainly try that, but of course, yeah, you know the thing with the lesser telepathy cantrip is that you do have to see the small target as well. Roll a d12 for me, please.
Oh god. Okay. That was an 11.
Okay, right. So you are continuing on for a bit. Okay. When you find yourself coming into a glade, and it looks kind of familiar. All right. In that it's a wide open glade. There's a lovely clear pool of water at one side, and a very, very large tree growing beside that.
The dryads. Yeah.
What are you doing?
I will. It's still the dead of night, is it?
It's quite dark, yes.
Okay, I'm not going to go too close to the pool, but I am going to say, I can't remember her name, but hello.
I don't know if she actually gave you her name.
No, she
took hours.
I asked her 3 times, and she dodged each and every time.
She definitely
I don't know.
took
I think they're like
mine.
I think they're like the most loyal. They don't like giving their names.
Yeah, she took hours. So I think if I say, "It's Gwynn, I'm lost. I need your help, please."
So this is what happens. As you're kind of, you said you don't go to the pool, but you kind of move into the glade a little bit. It's a willow tree, okay? And as you're saying that, some of the branches start to shift and lash out, striking you. They don't actually bludgeon you and cause damage, but they pin you, and you find yourself being lifted off the ground by this tree.
Can I fireball? Not the tree, but just threateningly. And say, "Let me down, please," as I whoosh.
Okay, as you conjure a flame, the branches tighten.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, had to try all the tricks of my sleeve. Can you let me down, please? I promise I cause you no, I'm no threat. I'm just a lost traveler.
Charm persuasion.
Neil, you're getting pretty dark. You want to turn on a light?
I'm gonna do it now in a sec.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh shit, that was a 12. Sorry, that was a d12. D20. Okay, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Okay.
Charm of 2, persuasion of 1.
It doesn't let you down, but it eases its grip slightly. And a moment later, you hear the most beautiful voice that you've heard before as the dryad that you had met previously appears beside the tree. Says, "Oh, how are you doing?" Sorry, he's so protective at times as she gently caresses the bark of her tree and says, "Well, what has you back here?"
Wow, what a nice willow tree you have there. Good willow tree, and just edge away from it.
Oh, you're still up.
Oh, I'm still up. Okay. I just said nice tree. It's so good to see you again. I am lost. I need to get out of the forest, and I would be so grateful of your assistance.
I mean, of course, I'd be happy to help. I'm sure we could come to an arrangement.
Of course. Yes, of course. I'm sure we could. What's your price?
Bow chicka bow.
Wasn't even thinking that.
It's Gwynn.
The booty cat.
What?
Gwynn needs to pay the
I mean,
booty
she has
cat.
green hair. I know that's not your type, but you know.
Oh yeah, actually, she's not.
Describe her again.
She's not
No,
wrong, but, you know.
she is powerful, not human, and presents as a lady.
type.
Gwynn
That's
is
my
all
type.
over it.
Her type.
All over it.
Right. So, when you say what's your price, as well, my pool allows me to see what's happening far and wide, and sometimes even a glimpse into the future. But It's our memories that make us who and what we are.
I see. I agree.
So, I think a fair trade. How about you share an old memory and I will create a new path for you to safety?
Will I lose that memory once I give it to you? Will I lose being able to recall it?
Well, if you keep the memory, it's not really of any use to me.
True. Can it be any memory?
Do you have a particular one you'd like to give?
Well, as you said, our memories make up who we are, the good ones and the bad ones.
Yes.
I'd nearly rather give up a good one because the bad ones can be so defining.
Especially for mortals, especially with your short lives. Your traumas seem to inspire you even more than your moments of happiness. It's really quite unhealthy when you think about it.
Probably. It's probably very toxic, but I know I find use in them. So, I suppose I can give you one. How does this work?
You can choose the memory, or it could be decided by the fates.
Choose.
That's an interesting proposition. Decided by the fates, you say.
You're making me deal with crazy.
Just shift her. Just shift her. It'll be grand.
That
Show her
doesn't
your
seem to be an option.
Show your booty tax.
Start twerking or something. It'll be fine.
In the willow tree. Yeah, that's an image.
So, which is it going to be? Do you want to choose the memory that you will gift this dryad and she will show you the path to safety, or let the fates decide for you?
If you let the fates decide, you might forget who the fuck you are. So
Exactly, and your family and all of that. Just take a memory that is similar to so many other memories that you'd have, like playing with members of your family, something that would be quite similar but still was something worth remembering.
I feel like it has to be somewhat valuable.
Oh yeah, no, but they're all
I'm
valuable.
gonna decide.
everything is
all
valuable.
valuable.
Yeah.
So, Gwynn,
Yeah, it's too risky not to.
Gwynn, what
to-
memory are you going to offer as a gift to this dryad?
I am going to offer the memory of the first girl that I was ever with, Molly, from back home. And Molly she was the daughter of a local spice merchant. Lol. I actually didn't mean that to come out the way it came out. Anyway, keep it in tone. And because my family would have
Also
masqueraded as
spice merchants,
spice merchants, among other things.
So she was an actual spice merchant.
She was an actual spice merchant. But Molly used to come to the back of my home back in Exeter to pick up deliveries for her father. We got loads of tradespeople coming, to the back door willy-nilly to deliver or pick up different things. But Molly caught my eye. She was bold and outrageous, and she'd invite me to go crawling through the ships that were moored in the docks to see what adventures were going on in there and to see the people from afar. But one night Molly came unexpectedly to the back door, and she wasn't here to pick up anything. She was here to see me. And she brought me down to the docks, and we went on to one of the merchants' ships and spent a wonderful night together down in the galley among straw and chickens. And I was never the same since.
Okay. So focusing on that memory, the dryad steps close to you, and the branches that are holding you about a half a meter off the ground slowly lower you down to her. and she just goes ever so slightly on her tippy toes and kisses you with these most beautiful and soft, gentle lips that have the smell of like pine sap, that, you know, rich, earthy kind of vigorous smell. And you feel this, it's like you feel a tug at your heart being pulled out through your lips with your breath. And as you exhale, your heart just feels ever so slightly smaller as the branches fully release you. And she steps back and she has this very deep, somber look on her face as she says, "Your lives are so short, yet you manage to find so much joy and beauty in them. Thank you for sharing with me." As she gestures and some of the trees start to part.
I just start walking.
I have a question.
Yes.
How come Gwynn is getting to kiss all the pretty ladies? It's so not fair.
Yeah!
It's
I mean, come on!
This is genuinely not me. This is Gwynn, okay?
Like all of them, every single
All
like,
of them!
dude,
Oh my
something's
God.
media.
You can make a formal complaint to management, okay? This is not me, alright?
Yes, the game is not gay enough.
Right. So, Mina and Sylvia, the griffin flying off into the air, deeply wounded by your strikes. You pretty badly, like, you took a pretty solid knocking as well, Mina, now, in fairness. There's some deep gashing wounds across your body. You're not going to drop anytime soon, but you were pretty badly hurt. Sylvia,
I'd like to heal, and I'm just gonna, because I'm running low.
I'll be fine. I'll walk it off. I'll be fine.
Yeah, you feel
It's just a flesh wound while we're out in the field. It's just a flesh wound.
Mina, I do not doubt your abilities to walk it off, but I am going to just fix you a little.
Yeah.
I expect you to do the rest of the work on your own.
Our beautiful, compassionate healer, Sylvia.
No,
Sylvia
I used to
is
be the same, like,
compassionate.
walk it off.
Sylvia is the type of healer I'd expect. You have like a deep cut, they're just gonna like pour like some surgical spirit on a cloth and just go, "You won't do that again now, will you?"
Yes.
I have 8 mana,
Does
okay?
it burn? Yeah, that
So,
means it burn.
how much mana do you spend, Sylvia?
Oh, I'm only gonna spend 2 because I need to save.
1d4 plus 4.
Yeah, so that's 6 points.
6 points. Okay, so you...
I mean, it's better than a kick in the gi, okay?
Yes, it is
Fine,
better than a
fine,
kick in the
perfect,
game.
perfect. I'm like, yeah.
Or
yeah.
a bullet wound to the key.
So, you continue along, cutting through the trees, following the compass, okay? And you're doing this for about another 10-15 minutes until you hear a noise of somebody moving, and you find you're coming out through the heavy tree line into an open trail, and a few meters to your right you see Gwynn coming up.
Oh, thank God. I actually don't
Oh.
run off to her and just give her a hug. I was like, I was so worried about you.
Oh, Mina. Oh, God. What happened to you? Covered in
That's just, it's fine.
here, and I'll take out my healing tether and whack 6 mana into it.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
It's just
yeah.
a flesh wound. I promised Sylvia I'll do the rest of my own.
Oh, God, Sylvia. The poor
So-
girl's
No,
she
bleeding
doesn't
out
have
here.
I
Gwynn, you said 6 mana, yes? That's 3d6
Yeah.
plus
Yeah.
4. As you muttering your spell, as you're like saying these charms, as you're tying these knots in this length of white cord that you're kind of holding over wounds, and as you release the magic, you pull the cord, the knots unloosing, and you heal her for how much?
I rolled 9 total plus 4 is 13.
13. Okay, so
That's not much, but it'll tie you
I-
over. And Sylvia, are you hurt?
Oh, a little. I will sleep it off. It's fine. Don't worry about
Mhm.
me. No, look. I know that Mina is hurt, but do not have a lot of power left. I'm trying to conserve.
No, I know.
This is the way out. Let's just
something.
run.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If you
when
can.
go-
Okay.
Where is
I'm
Aminata?
I thought she was with
moved
you.
She was trying to find you as well.
I haven't seen her. Last I saw her, she was
Okay.
with Justine.
Shit. We were following the compass.
This is the way out.
Okay.
Where's Aminata?
Why don't we go? We have to.
Where-
Maybe the Raven. I
We
mean,
need to find her.
we did talk to the. We did speak. Or Belankalagon did speak with the lady, and the trail shifted. I believe that Aminata will be led to us. I mean, I hope.
Yeah, but
Seems
maybe
like a risk.
if she thinks you're going back to the cottage, maybe that's where she's heading.
We really shouldn't go back there.
I know,
Oh.
but like if she runs into the psycho elf on her own.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she's toast.
Leave her. Leave her. Leave her. She made her choices. Live up.
We will not leave anyone
while
behind.
you are having this conversation,
I feel a scratch on my ear, and like I think somebody wants to tell me something now.
Aminata, roll a d12.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my god, I am so.
So roll a 10. That's the Fey realm number.
What fresh hell is this?
I'm too scared to look. It's a 6.
I rolled a 6 before.
Can you roll?
6 was...
Can you roll again for me, please?
I don't like this.
Oh, that was the griffin, I think.
Oh.
Yeah.
12.
No, I rolled a 12 for.
Did you roll the 12 for the griffin?
Yeah.
Shit.
Just give me 1 second here. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh my god, my heart.
Yeah, I don't want Gwynn's fucking memory to be sacrificed in vain. That's like, I'm just.
Okay,
I know,
so
but like, no.
this is what happens. You are walking along following this raven, and you hear a sound. The sound of music.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
A jaunty tune on a set of woodwinds. As a moment,
Oh!
in a moment,
I'd just be a horny satyr.
skipping into the woods, you see
Okay.
a goat-hoofed satyr.
Oh yeah, no, they're fine.
It was fairies. My heart.
As he stops, he's playing his pipes. He says, "Oh, why, hello there."
Are you serious right now? Is this what I'm doing after complaining?
What do you
Is he
mean?
hot?
He's not bad looking, you know.
You want to pay the booty
Nice
tax.
petite.
No,
You
I
go
never
for
said
it.
I wanted to pay. I said a lady, a pretty lady. This is a satyr. It's not the same.
He's all right.
And he's like slowly, very slowly, and very blatantly and openly looking you up and down.
Oh, my. Where there are satyrs, there are nymphs. Is all
I
have
will
to
look
say.
him up and down too. Like
And
what?
as you slowly you're slowly looking down, and you get halfway up, and you stop as you notice something very prominent is appearing. And he's just got this beautiful smile on his face, and he is showing everything and does not care. As he says, "My, it's been a while since I've seen a mortal. Not since, obviously.
It's
I mean,
been a while.
Oh, and I'm just gonna say, apparently,
yes.
is the raven around?
The raven is just up on a branch.
I'm just gonna say, unfortunately, I have places to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no.
Anywhere fun?
Not quite. I'm actually kind of running for my life at the moment.
Oh,
Yes.
that
Not
sounds exhausting.
Yeah, not the most arousing of activities, I must say.
I don't know. There's something about the, the thrill of the chase and knowing that you might your existence might end at any moment to make you appreciate the joys of life itself.
I bet you say that to all the girls.
all the mortals who just swan in here. Aminata is going to just kind of look him dead in the eye and say, "Why? Do you have a preposition?"
Oh, I mean, I'm always up for being a friendly host in the forest.
And how friendly are we talking here?
How friendly do you want to be?
Now, is this dude actually charming, or am I just like chewing the inside of my cheek
I
to
mean,
avoid pulling my
like,
pistol on him?
so this is the thing. He is like kind of charming, but the thing about him is he is being very open, but not in an aggressive way.
True.
Which
true.
in itself is actually incredibly disarming. You know, like he has this quite very impressive display. I mean, very impressive display. But he is being so completely open. But it's very much in a I'm up for it if you are. Zero pressure. You will have a good time. You know, that's the vibe he's giving off here. It is zero pressure, totally up for some fun, completely open and accepting.
Okay, so Aminata's going to just kind of actually take a pause and like think and be like, okay, how long has it been?
How long has it been?
What are you even doing in the fucking forest if you're
I
gonna
don't-
go off and have your sexy time? Swear to fuck.
That is totally fine. I'm just gonna say to him, if you can help me get out of the forest and find my friends, then I'll be more open to having a great time.
Give me a charm roll. Persuasion. You have used your inspiration die. But you have a pretty high persuasion roll.
I do indeedy. So that is a 22.
Okay. So, friends, you say, there's more of you.
Oh, they. Well, they aren't the frolicking in the forest type.
Have they ever tried?
Well, one of them is purely for the ladies. I
Right.
don't think she'd be quite impressed.
Totally respect that. I personally don't constrain myself to gender, but I totally respect individuals' preferences.
Oh, we're quite alike in that regards. I feel it's a bit too. Yeah, it is quite restricting to
I mean,
restrict yourself in
but
that manner.
At the same time, you can't choose what the heart wants, and you must follow your heart.
That's not always the heart that you listen to, is it?
Well, I can certainly feel a pulse right now.
Aminata is just going to be like so cool, so calm and collected, just being like, what is my life right now? I am a diplomat. What is happening to me? And I'm just gonna be like, so
Take one for the team.
don't I always? Don't I always? I do. So I'm just gonna say, well, will
Both
you
the
help?
dragon. Campaign 1.
So, with that
In the
Still
Fey
one of
realm.
the best moments of campaign 1, yeah.
with that charm roll, he says, you know, I'm pretty sure I can help you find your friends. Although you do appear to have a guide.
I do have a guide.
And
However,
the raven pops in and is like, oh, I was bringing her back to the cabin of the lady Melisende. So, I've stayed clear of that one. That she's a bit too intense.
that is exactly who
Yeah.
I am running for my life from. So
Okay, yeah. I thought I heard some screaming earlier, and it didn't sound like the fun kind.
some injuries were had,
Yeah.
and Aminata's going to kind of like gesture to themselves because I did get hit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
be like, I did not escape unscathed. But I think it, and I'm just gonna look at Raven. It actually might just be best for me to try and regroup with the others. I don't want what just happened to happen again. And if I have at least 2 guides, I can guarantee 1, I will make it to them safe, and then 2, I'll be able to release some stress.
Right. Well, I think we can figure this one out between the two of us, my friend. To the Raven, and they say, all right. So, he kind of stops, and he sniffs the air, and he reaches down, and he picks up some soil, and kind of rubbing in his fingers for a minute. Says, do you get anything, my friend? To the Raven. Raven's like, I'm a raven. And he's like, that is true. You're fine, Raven, but that is true. When in doubt, follow your cock. And he just starts walking in a direction.
Oh my god. Aminata's just going to be like, if it works, I suppose. Who am I to judge?
So he starts wandering off, and he's no
You're
longer...
gonna have fun, though.
He's no
You're
longer,
gonna have fun.
He's no longer on a trail, but he can effortlessly move through the trees. But he doesn't race off. He does wait for you, because you're obviously having a lot more trouble getting through this area than him. You're not Fae. Gwynn, Mina, Sylvia, are you just kind of like having a conversation, stoking indecision of what to do?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think a little bit, because...
So you spend like the next 5-10 minutes trying to really figure, because you genuinely are like, on the one hand, we're like getting out of here is going, but you don't abandon your friend. When you finally, you hear a noise coming from like about 150 odd meters from you, and stepping out of the tree line onto the trail, you see a satyr. Bronzed skin of a Mediterranean complexion, the curly dark brown hair, the small goat horns tufting out from the curls, the cloven hoofs and the goat-like legs, and a very proud tumescent member.
Oh god.
That's
what saved me.
I hate that word.
As a moment later, stepping out just behind him, you see Aminata and the Raven swooping over her. I think I found them.
Thank you so much.
As you walk up towards us, well, hello there, ladies.
Don't flatter yourself. You're not my type.
She's the one you were telling me about, isn't it?
Yes.
As a lover of the ladies, totally respect, my dear.
And
maybe you have some nymphs that I can get to know sometime, but not right now.
Actually, that would be quite fun as well.
Listen.
Well, maybe another time.
As much as I would love to spend the evening enjoying your company, you all appear to be grievously injured and really look to be in need of rest. So,
Justine and her brother and Piotr have left the forest. They have gone in the direction of the inn, and I suggest that we do the same, yeah?
Well,
1 second.
My dear, and he reaches down and he plucks a small little flower. It looks like some sort of a crocus, maybe, you're not sure. And he hands it to you, says, my name is Costas.
Costas.
If you ever would like to spend an evening in some good company, just come into the forest and whisper my name into this flower.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Well,
Aminata is going to be like, well, let me get a night's rest and I will be back very soon.
I look forward to it, my dear. Listen.
Wait, before you go, I have a question, Costos. And I open my bag and I show him the wooden or the marionette statues of the animals.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're kind to take care of the forest and the wild creatures. Can you bring these back?
Is that where? To their mate?
To their normal...
Oh no, these were transformed into wood by Melisende with the wand.
And I'm aware they're probably old and they'll probably pass away as soon as they're turned back, but that's better than a lifetime stuck in whatever hell this is.
No, I don't have these kind of magics. That's not what my kin can do. No.
I just thought I'd check.
been
And
in time,
the whole
I may
yeah,
be able to, but not now, not
Ju- ju- ju-
today, not soon.
just to clarify, the whole protector of the forests thing, that's not really what we do. We love the forest, it's our home, but we don't.
The Wind of the Willows lied to me.
No, I mean, like, other of my kin, other Fae are more protectors of the forest. We're more enjoying the forest.
Got it.
And
Got
those
it.
other Fae that live in it, and those mortals that wander in and we find.
Fair enough. I just thought I would check.
Not at all.
But thank you for bringing our friend back.
You should all go that way, because I thought I heard the sounds
Yeah.
of a very angry elf in that direction.
Okay, let's go.
Okay,
Can you distract her?
let's just go.
I'm not touching that thing with a 10-foot one of these, as he points to his waist.
As
Yeah.
just before we turn
Well
away,
done.
I'm just going to like literally glide right into his face, cup it gently, and give him a little kiss on the cheek, and say, "I will keep this safe," and just kind of like tuck it between my boobs and leg it. I'm leaving everybody in the dust. I am gone.
Racing along through the trail left by the dryad that Gwynn had to deal with, but she doesn't quite remember the exact specifics of. You all, after about 5-10 minutes, find yourselves out of the Troncais forest, hopefully safe, heading back to Cherville, bloodied, exhausted, practically almost entirely spent in your arcane power, and badly in need of a rest. And this is a perfect place to pause in our story.
I am
Fucking
gonna
hell.
have the biggest drink when we get home.
Yeah, I am going to drown myself in alcohol.
Yes,
Oh my
I agree.
God.
I agree.
Well,
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna pray very hard and thank the Lord that we made it out safe.
thank you
That
so
was not God. That was fucking.
Mm-mm-mm.
Holy hell.
Oh, he works in mysterious ways.
well,
Pray tomorrow,
Oh.
drink tonight.
thank
Oh,
you-
absolutely.
Sure.
Thank you,
Oh yeah, I'll
everybody,
definitely have a drink.
for joining us tonight. We are Fae Earth, as I said. You can find us on Itch.io. I don't know why the command's not working. Fae-earth.itsearch.io. We're also active on the Bird app. Our VODs also go up. Oh, there it is. Our VODs also go up on. It worked anyway. On our VODs also go up on our YouTube channel. Bunch of different ways to support us, sharing this stuff. I do have a Kickstarter that's starting in the start of July for a really fun TTRPG I've been writing called Fae Wanderer. This is a really fun rules-like game. I didn't intend for it to be suitable for all ages, but actually turns out to be great for everybody, including kids. You play Fae creatures questing in the Fae realm for a treasure. It uses a really simple dice pool system and a really fun open magic system where you create your spells on the fly using words of power. Please click the link to be notified. We'd love your support. We are here every Tuesday, same bad time, same bad channel. Love you all, and good night, everybody. We shall see you all soon. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.
I can't